G'day, my name's Pete, and at the moment I'm just doing this little video of me. I'm going to cut this jade up from this is up in my backyard. This is growing in a pot into the ground, and it's gotten so big it's going to start leaning over soon, and I don't want it to I don't want it to bend. I want to keep the branch straight. So I'm going to cut it and pull it out. And I'm just going to film me doing it, just so you can see. I have a truckload of jade up the backyard. Been up here for a good 20 years. Alright, so I'm just going to pause it while I get the saw ready. Now this is going to be a bit difficult because of the I'm reaching over to get into to cut it, but I really want it cut now rather than leave it until it bends. So here we go. We're going to cut the thing off. Not even going to be a straight cut because I can't. Well, maybe I can. Let's try going under this. Get a bit of a straight cut happening. There we go. I'll just pull it out and then I'll show you how big it is. Okay, so this is the cutting. Now, I hope you can see it all. It's freaking taller than I am, and this is just a branch from the actual plant that's in the pot into the ground. So yeah, I figure I'm going to turn this into 2 trees, at least 2 trees out of this, and one will be a twin trunk, because I think I'll do another twin trunk, cut it down here, cut it through here, and have these two as a twin trunk tree, and this piece as another formal upright, but it's not going to be as nice because it's all one taper, one thickness all the way up. But beggars can't be choosers. So I'm going to now cut it where I want it cut. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut it through here. I'll cut it about here, I think. Just try not to, I don't want to damage the other branches, because I may need them for the tippy top of my next tree. Alrighty, and I will now show you what I've got. Okay, so That's going to be my twin trunk. I'll shorten one of these off and keep one longer, and we'll make them into a twin trunk tree. I've got to now let the wound heal off for a week or two. Doesn't matter how long, but I'll let the wound heal up, and we'll turn that into a nice tree. And the remaining piece is that one, which it will make a nice tree. It's a nice thick trunk, but it's all the same thickness, and that's not what's ideal for bonsai. But you know, like I said, beggars can't be choosers, and we'll make something of it. And there you go. I might cut the tip on an angle just to try to help give me the image of some taper, but that's going to be it. So I might cut that tip now, and I may need to cut the bottom a bit more too. Actually, you know, I've actually keep having this thought of trying to plant one of these things upside down and see what happens. Whether would it grow roots from this end, like that. I've always wanted to try it, but I haven't. All right, level up the bottom. Okay, it's a bit better. Now I'm going to cut down on an angle at the top there, just to get a bit of taper, the perception of taper. There we go, just a slither off. And there we go, and we get a little bit of an illusion of some taper in the tree, even though it's just the tippy top, but best I can do, I think. And anyway, so now this wound has to heal for the same thing, week, 2 weeks. Once that heals off, then yeah, we'll turn this into a nice little tree as well. And today I'm going to be working on some triple trunk tree and a formal upright from a cutting that I've done. I'll show you the footage of the cutting, and then I'll show you after a week later. I'm now ready for potting of them. This is one piece. I'm going to not do too much work on it other than pot it. You can see how thick the trunk is. I mean, there's my hand around it, and that's the whole piece. I've given it a bit of a cut here to try and give it a look of taper, and I'm going to pot that. I've put CDs in the. I've put 4 CDs down in here already, and I'll just sit there, and it's going to be buried nice and deep. So these will be my first branches of the tree, I think. But yeah, anyway, we're going to just pop that in there like that. I'm calling this tree a 13-year-old tree. This is just a branch from the tree that's in a pot growing into the ground out the back. This is just a branch off of it. Now you can imagine just how big that thing in the the original tree is going to be. It's going to be huge. But so all I'm going to do, I'm not going to style too much. I'm just trying to be quick because I've got two trees to do, and so I'm not going to go overly wild with this. I'm just going to trim away at it, left, right, left. This one here is going to go. So, I think I'm going to call it quits on that now. Like I said, I've got another tree to do, so I don't have a lot of time to. The videos are too long. I've had family members tell me that my videos are too long, and yeah, they are a bit. But I mean, there's a lot of work being done on these trees. That's why I fast forward them. So at least you're only seeing a fast forwarded version. But I still think it's a good idea to show what I'm cutting, and in the footage. Maybe it's not necessary. I don't know. Leave a comment if you think it is or not. So. I'm trying to just trying to be the Jade King, So I'm always perfecting the art to become the Jade King. I think I'm leaving too much up here, but you know, we can refine it later. And that's about all I'm going to do for that right now. That's my front. Some of these may end up going, but this may still get shortened in more. I sort of, again, as usual with me, I want to see what growth I get, whether this can be incorporated into what growth I have come up, or maybe I can remove it altogether and use the new growth that comes up. We'll see from once it starts. But yeah, anyway, there you go. That's the first little tree. Okay, so I forgot to put my mic on, so I'm just going to talk over explain what I've been doing. So I'm going to make this a triple trunk, and I've taken all the branches off around low that I don't want there, and I'm going to bury it deep in the soil. I've got some of these branches that I'm not sure if this is going to stay or go. I mean, I'll shrink them down, but I've got to decide on whether they're staying all together and how to make this tree look nice. So here I'm just showing the base of the tree, and I'm just amazed at how this is just a piece of another branch, that I've turned into another tree. It's amazing that's why I'm saying this tree is 12 years old. Now I'll just get my pot. And I've put my CDs inside. I've got 4 CDs in there. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know why I do it, but I'll explain anyway. It's because I want a nice flat base on my tree. This will force the roots to spread out, and instead of growing downwards, and that'll make a nice even base to go into a bonsai pot later. Now basically I'm just going to fill her up with soil. holding this tree up, those bricks. I'm not going to be messing around with it too much. Therefore, it's not getting a lot of work done on it. But I will get rid of some that are definitely going to be too much, making it a little bit hard too to see what's what with the tree. But I believe this branch right here has got to go all together. I don't think we need that one at all. And that's going to help make the tree lighter. Now, these branches, they'd make a nice little tree too, I guess, but I've got too many. Can't use them. Alright, so I was going to go wild trimming it, but I can't see until roots grow and I can get rid of these bricks. I can't see properly what needs to stay and what needs to go. I can make decisions on a few things like the size of the tree. I think it's way too big at the moment. I'll just raise this up a bit higher. All right, now it's way too high, so I'm making the decision to make it into a smaller tree. So I'm going to cut right through here. Now this is going to be this will be the branch, the leader branch. This will get trimmed down further later, and that will be the tippy top of this particular tree. We'll do the same for this one here. We'll bring this back because this definitely is too long as well. So for starters, we'll just bring that back. And for this particular tree, I think this branch here is nice. This one here is going to go. It's showing good taper that way. So I think we'll get rid of that. Plus it's going to make this tree a lot lighter too. A bit easier for the bricks to hold it all. Alright. You know what? I'm going to keep that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pot that bit because that's I'll pot it and take it to the bonsai club, and then someone at the bonsai club may want it. They can turn it into any sort of tree they want. Okay, well that's going to make it a much lighter. And that's all I'm going to do. I was going to do more, but because of those bricks are causing me to have no real good view of what I'm going to be doing in there. I think the decisions I've made are good enough for the time being, and now we'll just wait for a good 3 months, and then we'll revisit the tree and see what we can do with it next once it's supporting itself. I hope you enjoyed. You know, that's all I've got. All right, and catch you all later.